Spinning the block never works. And no, I don't want you now because she doesn't want you. The nerve. Hey, I'm Taylor-Alexis, and this is a safe place to talk dangerously about life lessons in your 30s, wellness, and film. If you're new, welcome. And if not, thanks for coming on back. Okay, so today we are gonna talk about spinning the block. I know it's been quite a discussion. I mean, look, you got Nelly and Shante, you hear me? Nelly and Ashanti getting back together, getting married after years apart and having a beautiful baby, yada shmada. But let me tell you, that might work for them, but that is not your opportunity to spin the block or let somebody spin the block on you, okay? Let's talk. So spinning the block, let's just go back. For those that don't know what that means, it's literally just to come back around on the block. When we say that, we're talking about relationships. When somebody wants to come back into your life, do the whole whoop-de-whoop and try to date again. I know you might think it's cute that like, oh, he found you on Instagram and sent you a message, or he sent you an email since you blocked him or her, whatever, or they popped up at your house at 3 in the morning, even though they were the ones calling you crazy throughout the whole relationship. That might be flattering, but it's not. It's really kind of offensive because it's like, all right, while I understand people can reflect, once they remove themselves from a relationship or a friendship or whatever, but like, no. I'm speaking on this because like my other topics, I've lived it, right? I'm never gonna sit here and say that I didn't spin the block because baby, I spun the block so much I was in a freaking tornado. Now, I didn't always publicly I didn't always publicly share to the world that I was spinning the block, but I was curious. I was just like, okay, maybe like this is a second chance. I'm a lover girl. Like, oh, maybe, baby. Let me tell you, closure is an illusion. Okay, baby girl, baby boy, you don't need that closure. Oh my God. Speaking from experience, once upon a time, I reached out to someone that I cared about and dated, and it ended up being like 3-hour conversation, and then we saw each other, and then, things happened. And I remember like, damn it. I was like, gosh, damn it, we fell into the trap. This is not the closure that I wanted. I didn't do what I said I was gonna do, and it often leaves you like hurt and confused at the end of it, right? Also, like I said, I'm a lover girl. If you're new here, I've always been that way. Really true to this. I'm not new to this. And, I've had situations where spinning the block actually like cost me some money, legal fees. We don't gotta do all that again. And we're not gonna talk about all that. But closure is an illusion, okay? You don't need to speak to them. They know what the hell they did. You know how it ended. And it also depends on how it ended too. Left it alone. Spinning the block is torturous. Like, why would you want to put yourself through that? It's just too much. I don't know. I think you gotta close the chapter and just move on because you might be blocking your blessing. But wait, I don't want to get ahead. I want to stick to the self-torture part. Spinning the block will keep you in this cycle, if you will. Like, it'll keep you in this hamster wheel of BS. And sometimes you gotta hear some tough love to get through it. So I'm just gonna share this clip real quick and we'll talk.
If something rejected you, it threw you in the trash can and took you out to the curb and let the garbage man pick you up and take you to the landfill and dump you with the trash and the hidden dead bodies and the diapers with poop in them. That's where he left you. Okay, and you're gonna crawl out the landfill, walk back to the same place where get in the garbage truck, ride back by his house, put yourself back in the garbage can, wait for him to roll the garbage can in the house, and you're gonna pop up out of there. Surprise! That's what you just did. And I would feel stupid too.
Yeah, that was the infamous Shara 7. It's tough love from your internet big sis. We gotta let it go. We just gotta let it go. We can't do it. No more spinning the block. No more tornadoes. And then I think what's so enticing about spinning the block is like sometimes those feelings can come right back up. So remember I said once upon a time I reached out to an ex and whatever. Guilty. Listen, I don't want to hear about how women are not accountable, okay? Because I'm holding myself accountable. So I knew what the hell I was doing, but whatever. I was doing it for the plot. When you do it for the plot, that's how motherfuckers get shot. Not literally. Jesus. In those moments, you realize, like, maybe you're not over them as you thought you were, right? Maybe it was something like, oh, okay, it's out of sight, out of mind. Like, you know how in your healing journey where, you know, you'll do the work, do the work, do the work, and sometimes you remove yourself from people, places, and things that hurt you or have harmed you. But then no one, like, we don't really take into consideration the moments where you have to go back into those environments and deal with your triggers. So it's kind of like that. It's okay if you're not over them. Give yourself grace. You're human. Okay, we have feelings. And if you are a lover, girl, or boy out there, like a true one, certified, not, oh my God. Poor Drake. Psych. It's okay, but try your best not to act on it. Listen, life hack, out of sight, out of mind is real. Delete the thread. Delete the pictures. Unhide the pictures that you have and delete those too, okay? Now, my friends know, like, if I am dating somebody and I like you, you get a folder. It's ridiculous. You get a folder in my photos app within my phone, and it's like every cute little thing, whether there's pictures of us, pictures of the person I'm dating, maybe a cute little message they sent and I wanted to screenshot it just to remember. You know, delete all that stuff. If they got you a gift, get rid of it. And if they didn't get you a gift, then why are we spinning the block to begin with? I'm just saying, within your relationship. Not prostitution. But clear your energy of that and start pouring into yourself. Get off that hamster wheel and pour into you. Sometimes spinning the block can be so disrespectful, not only to yourself, but to others. So let's say you went through hell and back with somebody and, you know, you shared with close ones, family, friends, whatever, that you were going through something like that and the breakup really took a toll on you, right? And then when you spin the block, right? There's like this heavy piece of shame or disappointment. So story time. Once upon a time, went through a breakup. Nothing new. And a friend of mine knew everything that I went through with it and was pretty much holding my hand as I like kind of nursed myself back to, you know, myself, I guess. And I'll never forget when I told her that, like, I was spinning the block on an ex. And while she was so supportive, I felt the level of disappointment. And I know she was trying, like, okay, like, you know, she has to go through this on her own. It's a canon event, blah, 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 blah. In hindsight, I had no business. I don't know. I had no business. That was just like dumb lover girl nonsense. But I had no business doing that. When I decided to let go and really just leave things alone, she had said to me, she was just like, good. She was like, he does not deserve you. And I was like, you are so right. You are so right. It's not just about you. It also involves your community too. Now, your relationship is between you and the person, but I'm just saying, like, the aftermath of the breakup and all that other stuff can really take a toll on folks. So, yeah. Also, there's better ways to heal, you know? Pour into yourself. Self-care. And not just like, you know, doing facials or getting a massage. Like, really just assessing, like, what you want, what you don't want, what did you learn and all that stuff. Because no judgment. We listen and we don't judge. However, I'm like, people that monkey bar hop to the next relationship, like, on one side of it, I get it because, you know, life is short. What's the point of spending your good years being sad or crying over someone that didn't deserve you? But at the same time, like, give yourself like like 3 months, you know? Jesus. One more power to you. You listen. Hey, Elizabeth Taylor did it and she's an icon for it, right? So, you know what I think is hilarious about spinning the block? It's never when you expect it, right? Like, you expect that kind of behavior or shenanigans to happen on your birthday, to happen like during holiday seasons, any kind of vulnerable moment. You expect that. But sometimes it just happens on a random Tuesday afternoon and you look and you're like, oh, no, I don't want that. And it's not that there's beef per se. It's just, I don't want to open that again. Because sometimes when you respond to the hey, or the hey, so and so, how's it going, blah, blah, blah. Oh man, it could lead you to like years in therapy. No lie, no lie. And I don't really want to pay copay to be talking about something or someone that I should have left in the past. Like I said, wish you well, never hell, but stay away, please. I'm like, Because also too, I feel like men, this is not a dating channel, although we'll get to some dating topics because dating in your 30s is different. I feel like men can sniff when you're involved with someone else. I really do. Maybe it's like an energy that we give off, but I'm just like, because I'm pretty private. Yeah, I'm dating, but I don't really put my life out there like that. So if I do something like post something that's subtle, like a soft launch or something like that, it's just more so like, all right, this is where I'm at. I'm happy. I'm enjoying this. But for the most part, Because, you know, they say when the minute you post a guy or you talk about how you're happy with him, whatever, is when they pick up. And honestly, I don't want to live like that. I really don't. This is not a dating channel. I don't want to live like that. I want to live out loud. But too many people bad mind, you know? Too many people bad mind. So, nah. So, whatever. When I pop out with my husband, una dia, that'll be the time. But for now, we cool. And we're not spinning the block. Now, ugh. I feel like I would be negligent. I feel like I'd be negligent to not speak about what happens when you're considering spinning the block, right? Because, again, we're human. We're, sometimes a victim of our emotions and our feelings. So, if you're considering it, really take the time to think. I think the first thing you should think about is like, how much have you changed as a person, right? And then I know you can't necessarily gauge that when you have a conversation with your ex or whatever and say, like, oh, have they really changed? Because sometimes, let me tell you, sometimes people will become the greatest thespians ever just to conquer you or feel like they have access to you again. Don't fall for it. It's a scam. It's a trick. It's a setup. Don't do it. Think about how it ended. How have you changed? How have they changed? What would be different? Because if you know how this story ends, don't do it again. And I'm speaking from experience, okay? Every time I tried to spin the block, it was like a tornado I was not ready for. Like, I'm talking Dorothy and Toto times 10. No. In conclusion, take control of your healing journey. Not every situation is a Nelly and Ashanti. If you are blessed in that, absolutely. But make sure you vet it out and take it slow. But for most, don't spin the block. Let it go. Let it be. There are 8 billion people in this world. Someone is out there for you that will get it right the first time. Okay? And that is coming from Big Sis Tay to you. All right. Now, if you liked anything here, if this was your jam, hit that subscribe button and I'll see you here for more content about life in your 30s because it's just crazy out here. It really is. All right. Thank you. I love you all for listening and watching and subscribing. So, yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.